תשחק לצד או יוכל, כן, פה. Yeah, you laugh.
That's a 1 second.
You are alive.
Right at my life. Good morning to everybody and Chag Erev Pesach Sameach. Can you, I hope that you can all hear me already. We're going to be starting in another 5 minutes. We called the meeting for 8 o'clock, and it's a wonderful feeling that, that during these times that we can unite via the Torah. There's a very famous explanation or comment of Rav Soloveitchik, who said that why is it that when we do Birkat HaKodesh, so the Shaliach Tzibur, what he does is he says, he takes a Sefer Torah and he says, Chaverim Kol Yisrael v'nomar Amen. And the reason that he says that is, according to Rav Soloveitchik, is before he says the words Chaverim Kol Yisrael, so he's holding a Sefer Torah. And he says the Sefer Torah is what makes everybody Chaverim Kol Yisrael. So it's wonderful that that now we're able to, via Torah and the Siyum of Torah, that now Erev Pesach we all able to be Chaverim together and to unite together around the inyan of Torah. Okay, so we're going to, what's the time now? It's almost 8 o'clock. So I'll just wait a couple of minutes and then I'm going to do a Siyum on Kedushin, not Kedushin, well, on Seder Nashim, the whole Seder Nashim b'Mishnayot, and the last Masechet Kedushin, so I'm going to end off with the Mishnayot of Masechet Kedushin. So I'll just take a little bit of a pause, just look at some of my a note or two, and I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, fine. Let's see. We are now going to start the Mishnah, the last part of the Mishnah in Masechet Kedushin. We just want to be very exact. We don't want to start before 8 o'clock because we don't want any of the bechorot to miss out on the inyanim of the Siyum. I'm just going to get one book, so don't be alarmed, and I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I think that we can start. We're going to start the Siyum now. Just one word, a couple of words of background. I'm doing the Siyum on Seder Nashim, the Mishnayot of Seder Nashim. And Seder Nashim starts off with Masechet Yevamot and ends off with Masechet Kedushin. There's a very, very famous explanation of Rav Kook. Why is it that Seder Nashim starts off with Masechet Yevamot? I mean, Masechet Yevamot is speaking about the exception to the rule and not the rule. The way that normally things happen is that a person gets engaged, betrothed, the person gets married, then there's all obligations regarding the marriage, and then sometimes, unfortunately, things don't work out, and let's say the person passes away without any children, so then there's the institution of Yibum. So the Seder of Masechet Nashim should be that we start off Masechet Kedushin, and then afterwards Masechet Ketubot, and then let's say afterwards Masechet Yevamot. Why is it that we start off Seder Nashim with Masechet Yevamot? So Rav Kook explains that here we have the whole sort of Seder Nashim, of getting the whole institution of marriage. The whole institution of marriage excuse me, is not only about as a connector and about friendship and the merging of two neshamot and also of establishing a mishpacha, but that this thing is for eternity. And this is a great inyan of hope, that even if the person, there was a marriage and it wasn't, the husband died without any children, but it doesn't mean that he hasn't got a chelek in eternity, because through the institution of Yivum, so then it's as if he is by his brother, is continuing the relationship. And this is the way that we start off the inyan of Nashim, that it is it's something which is there for eternity, that we have got a continuation for eternity. That's the great message of hope, and that's why it starts off with Masechet Yevamot. So we end off now, the last Mishnah in Masechet Kedushin deals with the types of vacations, the types of jobs or skills that a person should have in life. And what is the connection to this? Because why does the Mishnah end off with this? Because previously the Mishnah has spoken about that a person's not allowed to be alone, or he's not with women. There's an issue of he's not allowed to be alone with a married woman. And from that, the Mishnah continues that that there's certain types of jobs which lead to more interaction with women, and therefore one has to be careful. Sometimes they're prohibited. For example, the Mishnah said that a person who is unmarried shouldn't be someone who teaches young children, because invariably the mothers are going to come and fetch the children, and therefore he's going to be alone with them. So now, having spoken about that certain people shouldn't have certain type of skills or certain type of jobs, so now the Mishnah ends off with the statement of Rabbi Nahorai. It says, Rabbi Nahorai Omer, Meniach ani kol umanut shebaolam ve'ani melamed et bni el Torah, she'adam ochel miskara ba'olam hazeh v'ken kayemet olam haba. Rabbi Nahorai says that he's going to abandon every trade in the world, and he's going to teach his son only Torah, because a man benefits from its rewards in this world, and the principal remains for the world to come, for Olam haba. But the other trades are not so. Why? Because it says here, when a person cannot engage in his work, so how's he going to now support himself? He can't, so he dies of starvation. But it says, but a person who learns Torah, it's not like the Torah has got the capacity to guard him from evil in his youth, and it gives him benefit and hope in his old age. Regarding now his youth, what does the Torah say? What does it say about the Torah? It says that those who have hope is in Hashem shall renew their strength. And regarding his old age, what does it say? They'll still be fruitful in their old age. So V'cheinu Omer, and so also likewise it says concerning Abraham Avinu, Alav Shalom, Abraham Zaken, Hashem Berach et Abraham Bakol, Abraham was old, and Hashem blessed Abraham with everything. Matzinu she'asa Abraham Avinu et kol haTorah kula ad shelo nitna. We found that our forefather Abraham, he fulfilled the entire Torah. Shneimar ekev asher shama Abraham b'koli v'yishmor mishmati mitzvotai chukotai v'toratai. The Torah says Abraham obeyed my voice and safeguarded my ordinances, my commandments, my decrees, and my teachings. So we see from here the tradition that Abraham, he kept everything, all the Torah, and we see also that Abraham, the previous pasuk, Hashem Abraham birech et Abraham bakol, and even when he was old, Hashem blessed him with everything. Silik le Masechet Kedushin Hadranach Seder Nashim. Silik adach Masechet Kedushin Hadranach Seder Nashim. So just before I say the Hadran, let's just want to explain this Mishnah one thing, that we, the halacha paskin, that a person has to teach, he has to combine Torah with a vocation, with a trade. And that's what the Gemara says, that one of the obligations that a father has to do for his son is he has to teach him a trade. And if he doesn't, this is like teaching him how to steal. So everyone, so what is Rabbi Nohorai saying? That he'll abandon every trade and he won't teach his Torah, his child only Torah. So first of all, the word Rabbi Nohorai is actually referring to, is another name for Rabbi Meir. And Rabbi Nohorai is saying, I'm not saying that this is necessarily good for everybody, but listen to the language of the Mishnah. The Mishnah says, Meiniach ani kol umanot shebal'olam. I don't rule this for the whole world. The whole world actually, everyone, and this is Paskin in the Shulchan Aruch, has to combine Torah with a trade, and that's what should be done. But Rabbi Nai says, if I can see for me, myself, and I see that how my children are, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them up that they should learn Ani Torah. It's something which is very distinct and personal for him. And that's why in the machloket between Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, where the person should learn Torah only, or a person should combine it with the trade. So the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat, in Masechet Brachot, and other places say that it says that paskins as follows: Arbei asuk Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai v'lo alta b'yadayim, asuk Rabbi Shmuel v'alta b'yadayim, which means that many people did Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and it didn't work out. They did Rabbi Shmuel, who combined Torah and the trade, and it did work out. So it means that this is the way of the world, and then there's exceptions to the rule, the Gedolei Yisrael, that they can follow Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So this is the Hadran. Hadran anach seder nashim v'hadran chanan. Datan anach seder nashim v'datan anach non nashim minach seder nashim v'dati nashim minan na b'amat adayin v'la b'amat ate. Hadran anach seder nashim v'hadran anach. Datan anach seder nashim v'datan anach. Danit nashim minach seder nashim v'danit nashim minan na b'amat adayin v'la b'amat ate. Hadran anach seder nashim v'hadran chanach. Datan anach seder nashim v'datan chanach. Danit nashim minach seder nashim v'danit nashim minach na b'amat adayin v'la b'amat ate. הרי נענו נהיינו דברי תורתך בפינו ופיעמך בין ישראל ונענחנו בצאצאינו. בצאצאי עמך בישראל ונדע שמך ונדעתך נשמע מעורתך חכמינו מצוותיך לעולם. יהי ליבי תמים בחוקיך למען לא אבוש לעולם, לא אשכח פקודיך כיוון פניתני ברוך אתה אדוני למדני בחוקיך. אמן 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 סלע בעת. מודה אני לבונך נעולה ודעותי. ששמת חלקים יושבי בית המקדש, לא שמת חלקים יושבי קרנות, שאני משכים בהם משכימים. אני משכים לדברי תורה והם משכימים לדברים בטלים. אני אומר והם ממלים, אני אומר מקבל שכר. והם עמדים ואינם מקבלים שכר. אני רץ והם רצים, אני רץ בחיי עולמה והם רצים בבי שחר. שנאמר ואתה אלוהים תורידם לבאי שחת אנשי דמים אמרה לי חצי בהם ואני אפתח בה יהי רצון מפניך נעלה לאבותיי בשם שעזרתני לסיים שאת עם נשים כן תעזרני דעתך וסתרים אחרים לשמם יום עוד ולמד מתוך הרחבה לשמור לעשות קיים את כל דברי תמות הרחבה הבאה זכות כל הצנעים ותלמידי חכמים הנזכרים בסדר נשים וכל הספרים שלמדתי למדו לי ולזרי ולזרע זרי שלא תמוש התורה הקדושה מפי וזרע זרי מעתה ועד עולם, גם במקרא שכתוב, ומתהלכך תנחה אותה ושופחה תשמור עליך, והקיצותה היא תשיחך, כי בי ירבו ימיך יוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים במינה, ולשמאלה עושר וכבוד, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. There's no, this is it, there's no Kaddish. One doesn't have to say the Kaddish. I want to wish everybody Chag Kasher V'Sameach. And I wanted to end off, with your permission, a very short rayon on Pesach. It says when the Jewish people went out of Pesach, it says, "V'chamushim alu b'nei Israel me'eretz Mitzrayim." Usually we translate the word chamushim to be armed. Sometimes the word chamushim can also be 1 in 5, 1 in 5 from the word chamesh, and it means that 4/5 of the Jewish people were killed in the plague of darkness. Only 1/5 went out. There's a very interesting perush of the Yonatan ben Uziel. We said the chamushim alu b'nei Israel, that the Jewish people went armed, but not that they went armed with spears and the swords, etc., but they were armed with good deeds. So everyone asked, but in the Haggadah we say that the Jewish people didn't have any good deeds. They weren't really deserving to come out of Mitzrayim. We say in the Haggadah, we quote the psukim from Yechezkel that the Jewish people were arom be'eria, that they were totally naked and without any clothes. And the nakedness there is referring to the land of Yerushalayim. He explains now that there was one group of good deeds that they had, and he puts all the perushim together. He said, correct, 1/5 went out, 4/5 died. What happened to all the children, all the orphans who were in Mitzrayim, and they didn't die in the plague of darkness? Their parents did, they died, but they didn't die. So then the Jewish people adopted them and took them out. That's what it means. 1/5 went out. It also means that they were armed. They were armed with the deeds of chesed. And this is one of the great zchuyot of that they merited, Yetziat Mitzrayim. And also in our days, when we all locked down, there's a tremendous chesed of people showing to one another. And the Medina also, the chesed that you see, that there's planes that went to all places in the world, to Peru, to Australia, to places in Europe, to bring Jewish people and Israelis back to our Medina for Pesach. So this is part of the tradition of chesed, which the Jewish people have, which is the merit of one of the merits to go out of Mitzrayim. And that's why we've got halachically, that's the reason that we've got kimchet pischa over and above the normal mitzvot of Pesach, of tzedakah. There's a special inyan of kimchet pischa to remember that chesed, that chamushim alu b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim, that they did the act of chesed, of adopting the people, the orphans who were left in Mitzrayim, and bring them out with them. So to remember that inyan of chesed, that's why we have also kimcha b'Pesach. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu should grant us and all our families a Chag Sameach, Chag Kasher V'Sameach, and thanks very much for joining the Siyum, and bless you all and all your families this Pesach.